This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 37, I'm just going to show a couple of articles that proves that the Lord is bringing the plagues and they're not slack, okay? The plagues are drawing nigh and they're not slack. Okay, over there in Syria, the Euphrates River, the little water that's there, because there's been multiple reports of the Euphrates River drying up, which they call biblical proportions. Okay, the little water that's there is contaminated. And people are still drinking it, getting sick, and dying. And these are the plagues that the Lord is bringing on the earth. Because the people that walk the earth, the majority of the people that walk the earth, they walk in wickedness. Okay? Let me get Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Right. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's punishing the world for their evil, for their wickedness. Okay? And we still haven't got to when all hell breaks loose and there is no water to drink. There is no food. Okay? But here it is over there, okay, in Syria. They're drinking contaminated water. All right? Same thing over here in America. More than 80% of U.S. waterways contaminated by forever chemicals. Analysts find widespread contamination in the U.S., with forever chemicals frequently exceeding federal and state limits. Wow. Okay? That reminds me of Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 15. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts. You know, let me start up because, hey, a lot of you Jakes, a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, you're getting sick, all right, from these contaminated waters. And that's your judgment because the Lord is going to protect his elect. All right? The Lord is going to protect his elect. But you wicked Jakes, you're getting judged. Let's start with Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 13. And the Lord saith, because they have forsaken my law, which I set before them. Right, what law? Okay? The law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave to us, the Israelites, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. But again, majority of you don't want, okay, to obey the law. You forsake it. You don't want to take heed, all right, to the commandments of the Lord. And have not obeyed my voice, neither walked therein. Right. 14, but have walked after the imagination of their own heart. Right. And here in America, what's the majority of our people walking after? The image of the beast. Okay. The ancient Roman Empire. And after Baalim, which their fathers taught them. 15, therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will feed them, even this people, with wormwood, and give them water of gall to drink. And when you go into that word gall, which is ra'ash, okay, means poisonous, bitter. And hey, more than 80% of U.S. waterways contaminated by forever chemicals. And this is the Lord bringing judgment, all right, Not only to our people, to the people that walk here in America. Okay? So there's no escaping the Lord's judgment. All right? This should put fear in people's hearts. Like, man, the Lord's not only judging Syria and those people over there, he's also judging here in Babylon the Great, America, which is supposed to be the most richest, powerful country under the sun, yet its water is contaminated. 80%. Okay? Sirach chapter, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 29 verse 21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and house to cover shame. Right? Okay? And the Lord's taking that away from you people, man. Okay? And again, this is towards the wicked people that walk the earth. This is towards, okay, the wicked of our people. You 2/3 here in America. The Lord is taking that away from you. This is what happens when you don't serve the Lord. Let's get another article. ABC News. Bodies of water all over North America are drying up due to drought, climate change experts. So not only do you have heavy drought here in America, not only do you have contaminated water, 80% of it, all right, you have a heavy drought here in America. That's the same thing that's happening over there in Syria, all right? The Lord is judging the earth. The Lord is punishing, okay, the people that walk the earth. It's plain. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 38. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Let's go to NLT version. The sword will even strike her water supply, causing it to dry up. And why? Because the whole land is filled with idols, and the people are madly in love with them. That's what America pushes, idol worshiping. That's why the Lord is taking your water supply away from you. And the little water that you do have is contaminated. That's how the Lord gets down. Again, your climate change, quote unquote, experts can't explain this. All right? They're going to say climate change till they blue in the face. But they have no reasoning. They have no answers for why this is happening all over the world. That's why they use climate change as a cop-out. But we have the answers. The prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Isaiah 13:11, now will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Hey, when you go to the word world, okay, it's the ball, which means world, okay? And this is before the nukes fly, okay? So, hey, this is the time, this is the time for our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? It's time for you to wake up and repent. You're the children of Israel. The Lord is not playing. I'm going to bring this account because, hey, a lot of miracles are going to happen, It ain't all bad, it ain't all bad, because why? The Lord is going to take care of his elect, all right? He's going to put the spirit on certain men to be able, all right, to turn the contaminated water into pure drinking water. And this is what we believe in. These are the miracles that we believe in, that our forefathers did, okay? And you got to be an Israelite, first and foremost, to even be given this type of faith. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 15. All right, Elisha succeeds Elijah. Right, if you read this, the beginning of this chapter, all right, Elijah is delivered by the Lord into a spaceship, into a so-called UFO, or it's known as a chariot. And Elisha took the mantle, took, Elijah's spot as a prophet, of the Lord. So let's get into it. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 15. And when the sons of the prophets which were to view at Jericho saw him, they said, the spirit of Elijah doth rest on Elisha. And they came to meet him and bowed themselves to the ground before him. Right, because the Lord was dealing with Elisha now. 16, just like he was dealing with Elijah. And they said unto him, behold, now there be with thy servants 50 strong men. Let them go, we pray thee, and seek thy master, lest peradventure the Spirit of the Lord have taken him up and cast him upon some mountain or into some valley. And he said, ye shall not send. 17, and when they urged him till he was ashamed, he said, send. They sent therefore 50 men, and they sought 3 days, but found him not. Right, they thought Elijah was hiding somewhere. So, these unbelieving, Jakes, thought that Elijah was somewhere, and when they couldn't find him, and that's the thing with our people. All right, you're supposed to have faith in these words, and and y'all can't even fathom that you're Israelites. Y'all can't even believe that the Lord's coming back in a chariot, a so-called UFO. Y'all can't believe in miracles. You got certain Israelite camps that say Yahweh Shai never performed miracles. That's a total lie. 17. I read that. 18. And when they came again to him, for he tarried at Jericho, he said unto them, did I say unto you, go not? 19. And the men of the city said unto Elisha, behold, I pray thee, the situation of the city is pleasant, as my Lord seeth, but the water is not, meaning the water is bad, and the ground barren. Right, there's a drought. 20. Nothing's growing. 20. And he said, bring me a new cruse, and put salt therein. And they brought it to him. 21. And he went forth unto the spring of the waters, and cast the salt in there, and said, thus saith the Lord, I have healed these waters, and there shall not be from thence any more death or barren land. 22. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake. Right. So the Lord used Elisha, to perform a miracle. But the power and the glory goes back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that's what's going to happen in these days. The Lord is going to set up certain men, and he's going to put in them spiritual powers to perform miracles, like making water be pure to drink. Because, again, look what's going on now. Miracles are going to be needed in these last days. And only certain elect men, the Lord's going to choose to perform those miracles. All right, you got to believe that. So, Lord willing, let's edify. I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing his truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door. Keep the faith. Keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and elders. All right? For the few sisters that do watch, keep studying when you pray. Pray that you have cover. Shalom and the Bible ball. Shalom.